to development. Okay, keep your understanding. That's the brief of theory in regional development. Now I'd like to talk about the shift, the paradigm. The paradigm is the way we think, the way we act. How do we think? How do we act? It is about our paradigm. So the development also have paradigm. The paradigm of development in socialist country may be different. The paradigm of development in capitalist countries. They have capitalistic paradigm. The other may have socialistic paradigm, development paradigm. And then what's in general the paradigm of development? Let's see the shift, pergeseran, perubahan. Issues in the 20th century. And then what is happened now in the 21st century? In the 20th century, before 2000, so it on the right side is after 2000. It is before 2000. We can just think about this is during the Suharto era. This is after the Suharto era. We can just think about that. The paradigm, development paradigm in the 20th century, more centralistic, decision making more in the central government. Priorities given more economic growth. So that's why the impact of centralistic government, the impact of economic growth is more to the difference, kesenjangan. Dampak dari pertumbuhan ekonomi yang salah, yang hanya bersifat short term, seringkali berakibat kepada kesenjangan antara yang mendapatkan keuntungan dari growth dengan yang tidak mendapatkan manfaat dari growth. Itu paradigma pembangunan di era sentralisme. Andalan utamanya pada ilmu dan teknologi, pada pengetahuan dan teknologi, mengandalkan engineering di dalam menyelesaikan masalah. Meletakkan, menekankan kepada sistem kompetisi. Itu sistem ekonomi, sistem politik seperti itu. Yang sekarang berkembang dalam arah pembangunan, paradigma pembangunan sekarang. What are the shift of development paradigm now? Maybe you already notice what is currently discussed about sustainability, right? Yeah, there is an issue about sustainable development goals. We are not talking about growth anymore. We are talking about what will happen next. What will be used by the next generation? What kind of life of the next generation? If we focus on economic growth, exploitation of natural resources, what is the remaining? Apa yang tersisa bagi generasi selanjutnya kalau kita berpikir dengan growth terus, eksploitasi terus? Pasti ada tersisa kerusakan-kerusakan. Sehingga alternatif paradigm sekarang lebih memprioritaskan priority more on ecosystem sustainability. Tidak lagi bicara tentang growth, but more on long-term sustainability. Memberikan greater responsibility for individual and local. Tidak lagi sentral. Sistem pembangunan, development approach memberikan kesempatan, keleluasaan kepada masyarakat untuk ikut serta. Give greater responsibility to local people. This is the paradigms now and still going on because we are concerned with the sustainability. And the third, we criticize. We didn't use science and technology as before, like before. We need to think, not all new technology will be useful for the poor. For instance, I give the example. tractor, hand tractor, or mechanical agriculture mechanical. It is technology, right? Okay. What is the use for this technology? Who get the benefit more from this technology innovation? What or who cannot get the benefit from that? Who may be lost? So there are a lot of study. Whenever technology come to the local area, either for business in agriculture, only rich people can gain the benefit of the technology. The poor farmers still the same, living as the labor, hanya sebagai pekerja. Sementara pemilik modal bisa menghasilkan uang lebih banyak dengan teknologi. Irigasi. Dulu irigasi tradisional, we call it traditional system. Hanya menggunakan bendungan dari batu, tanah, kayu, simple. Kalau rusak, it is broken, easily repair by the local people. They can just collect all people to work together and then those irrigation can be easily repaired. But right now, with the new technology of irrigation, government built the big dam using gate, electrical gate, mechanical gate, and everything. What happened if it is broken? No farmers can do it to repair that. So the sustainability of new technology is gone. But from the traditional technology, maybe can be sustained more. So we are critics about the new technology who will come to the local people. The paradigm of new development also emphasizes on cooperation, partnership. Like what happened with digital information now. I never imagined, maybe you also never imagined that the partnership in Google, in Gojek, GoFood, Grab, and everything. The small holders company can join the development of business, right? Through partnership, through cooperation. Not formal, but very simple cooperation. Before, cooperation is just like a new technology. Every village have new program for cooperation, right? Long before, KUD banyak dibangun di desa-desa. Apa yang terjadi di KUD? Gone, banyak yang mati. Ya kan? Kooperasi, partnership yang dibangun secara modern oleh pemerintah tidak mudah. Karena itu bersifat top down, centralistic, tidak berakar dari bawah. GoFood, Gojek, dan sebagainya, silahkan kalau mau ikut, silahkan. Semua bisa melihat transparansi dalam cooperation. This is the 21st century, the millennial agenda. So that's new paradigm. Okay, we are in the era of this, in the era of new paradigm in development. Pembangunan wilayah, regional development, also should see this. Bagaimana pembangunan dibangun secara kooperatif, kritis terhadap teknologi, mengedepankan peran masyarakat, memperhatikan keberlanjutan ekosistem. Inilah pembangunan wilayah ke depan mengikuti paradigma ini. So it means that we have to shift the way we think from hard to soft. We don't need to think that we can just easily change the system. It's hard. But we need to be soft, flexible, lentur, soft. Development is a learning process. Will change time to time, not just design. need intellectual construction. So intellectual development. What happened in digital system is developed step to step. Like what you think about what is smartphones mean. From analog to smartphone like this is this is intellectual construction. Give the idea, develop the idea from what is there. It's not jump from one technology to another technology. It's an improvement gradually. Right now, when we are talking about communication, we are in step to step, not jumping. So it's not a final answer. What will happen later with this? Although the technology maybe been designed by engineer, but they will not let it go to the market. The new technology not go to the market. We will have step-by-step technology. So there is no final answer. It's all learning process of the development. Okay.